Two fortunes are born. The first one announces itself. A roaring engine echoes through a city street. Chrome reflects the sun. A watch gleams on a wrist. A penthouse window overlooks the skyline. Wealth that shines. Wealth that speaks loudly. Wealth that demands to be seen. But somewhere else, another fortune grows in silence. No supercars, no headlines, no applause, just quiet discipline. Investments compounding behind the scenes. Ordinary clothes, an ordinary car, an extraordinary balance sheet. Two visions of prosperity. One celebrates wealth, the other protects it. One seeks admiration, the other seeks freedom. This is not just a difference in spending habits. It is a collision of philosophies, a battle between visibility and invisibility, between status and security, between flashy wealth and stealth wealth. Tonight, we examine the clash. Flashy wealth thrives on visibility. From ancient kings to modern celebrities, wealth has often been displayed like a crown. The pyramids of Egypt were not merely tombs, they were statements. Rome paraded its wealth in marble temples, gold statues, and triumphal processions. Power had to be seen, because visibility created authority. A king who appeared rich seemed powerful. A merchant who appeared rich seemed successful. And success attracts followers. Flashy wealth operates on a simple principle. Perception shapes reality. In modern times, this instinct has only grown stronger. Luxury brands flourish by transforming objects into symbols. A watch no longer tells time. It tells a story of status. A car becomes more than transportation. It becomes identity on wheels. Flashy wealth communicates a message. I have arrived. And in certain industries, this display can even become strategic. Entrepreneurs often project success to attract investors. Celebrities display wealth to maintain relevance. Influencers build audiences by turning luxury into spectacle. Visibility fuels attention, and attention fuels opportunity. In a world governed by social media algorithms, flashy wealth has become a form of currency. The more visible the success, the more powerful the illusion of momentum. But illusions carry risks, because when wealth becomes performance, the line between appearance and reality can blur. Stealth wealth follows the opposite philosophy. Instead of displaying success, it hides it, not out of shame, but out of strategy. The logic is simple. Attention creates pressure, visibility attracts expectations, and wealth that becomes public can easily become fragile. Stealth wealth chooses a different path: understatement, discretion, control. The individual who practices stealth wealth may look ordinary. They may live in a modest house, drive a practical car, dress without logos. To the outside world, they appear unremarkable. But beneath the surface lies something powerful: financial independence, assets quietly generating income, portfolios compounding across decades. This philosophy was popularized in modern times by researchers studying millionaires. Their findings were surprising. Most wealthy individuals did not live like celebrities. They lived like neighbors. They avoided unnecessary luxury. They prioritized investment over consumption. They understood a fundamental truth: wealth is not what you spend. Wealth is what you keep. Stealth wealth is therefore less about hiding money and more about protecting freedom. Because the moment wealth becomes spectacle, it begins to serve the expectations of others. Stealth wealth rejects that burden. It chooses autonomy instead. At the heart of this rivalry lies a deep psychological force: status. Humans evolved in small tribes. Reputation determined survival. Those who displayed success gained influence. Those who appeared weak risked exclusion. Flashy wealth taps directly into this ancient instinct. A luxury car signals dominance. A mansion signals hierarchy. These signals operate instantly, often below conscious awareness. They shape how people treat us, how they listen, how they judge competence. In many environments, status signals can open doors. But the pursuit of status has a dangerous side, because the race never ends. If one person buys a luxury watch, another buys a rarer one. If one person purchases a sports car, another buys a private jet. Status operates like an escalator that never stops moving upward. Flashy wealth can therefore trap individuals in a cycle. Income rises, spending rises, expectations rise. But true wealth may not rise at all. Stealth wealth breaks that cycle. It rejects status as the primary scoreboard. Instead, it measures success through independence, not what others think, but what one can choose. The freedom to retire early, the freedom to change careers, the freedom to say no. In stealth wealth, the scoreboard is invisible, but the rewards are real. Beyond psychology lies mathematics, and mathematics has little interest in appearances. Consider two individuals earning the same income. The first pursues flashy wealth, a luxury apartment, designer clothes, premium vehicles. Each purchase reinforces the image of success. But these purchases also create financial gravity. High expenses demand high income. Income must constantly chase lifestyle. The second individual follows stealth wealth, modest living, consistent investing. Time becomes their ally. Through the power of compounding, money quietly multiplies. 10 years pass, 20 years pass, 30 years pass, and something remarkable happens. The quiet investor who appeared ordinary may now possess far greater wealth than the visible spender, because wealth grows not through display, but through time and discipline. Flashy wealth often prioritizes the present moment. Stealth wealth prioritizes the future. It treats money like a seed, not something to admire, but something to plant. Despite its risks, flashy wealth cannot be dismissed. In certain arenas, visibility creates genuine advantages. Entrepreneurship often requires perception. A company that looks successful attracts customers. Investors prefer confidence over hesitation. In entertainment, wealth itself can become part of the brand. Musicians, athletes, and influencers build narratives around luxury. Flashy wealth becomes marketing, a spectacle that keeps audiences watching. Even in business negotiations, visible success can shift psychological leverage. People trust winners. They follow momentum. They assume that those who appear prosperous must possess valuable insight. In these environments, flashy wealth becomes a tool, a signal, a performance designed to accelerate opportunity. But tools must be used carefully, because performance can become addiction. And the moment appearance replaces substance, the foundation weakens. Stealth wealth thrives in environments where longevity matters more than spectacle. Investors, engineers, entrepreneurs building companies quietly over decades. Professionals focused on stability rather than attention. These individuals understand a paradox. The more wealth grows, the less it needs to be seen. Because real wealth does not depend on admiration. It depends on structure, assets, systems, compounding engines working in the background. Some of the wealthiest individuals in the world live surprisingly modest lives. They avoid unnecessary visibility. They understand that wealth attracts not only admiration, but also scrutiny, requests, expectations. Stealth wealth protects against these pressures. It builds a wall of normalcy. From the outside, nothing appears extraordinary. But behind the wall, financial independence flourishes. The true conflict between flashy and stealth wealth does not happen in society. It happens inside each individual. The temptation to display success is powerful. After years of work, sacrifice, and discipline, recognition feels deserved. A luxury purchase can feel like a reward, a symbol of victory. And there is nothing inherently wrong with enjoying the fruits of success. But the danger appears when consumption becomes identity, when validation from others becomes the primary goal. Stealth wealth asks a difficult question. Would you rather look rich or be rich? Flashy wealth chooses admiration. Stealth wealth chooses autonomy. Both choices carry consequences. One offers visibility, the other offers freedom. Each individual must decide which reward matters more. In the end, flashy wealth and stealth wealth are not enemies. They are two expressions of the same human desire to transform effort into prosperity. But the wisest individuals understand balance. They recognize that wealth should serve life, not dominate it. Sometimes success deserves celebration, a milestone, a reward, a symbol of achievement. But the foundation must remain solid. Investments, discipline, long-term thinking. Because the quiet truth about wealth is this: the richest person in the room is rarely the one trying hardest to prove it. Flashy wealth shines like fireworks, bright, loud, impossible to ignore. Stealth wealth moves like gravity, invisible, silent, but powerful enough to shape entire lives. And when the lights fade, when applause disappears, and when time reveals the true score, only one question remains. Did wealth buy admiration, or did it buy freedom? The answer determines everything. This was Battle of Egos, Season 1, Episode 7. Share in the comments how you managed to strike a balance between these opposing paths. Up next, we're taking a deep dive into IQ versus EQ. Make sure you don't miss this pulsating episode. Subscribe.